viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. For some days I was busy with some exam duties, that's why I will not be able to make any video. But today I have come with a new topic, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plant. This chapter is very big, but today I will focus only one part and gradually I will finish this chapter. So first, as the name of the chapter is sexual reproduction in flowering plant. Okay, so what is the meaning of these two parts? We will clear first. That is sexual. What does it mean? Sexual means whenever the two gametes are fused together to form zygote. So here, for that particular plant, which plants possesses the flower? Okay, so if we classify the plant kingdom, from the beginning, that is algae, then bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. These are the plant groups. If we classify plant group, so these are the classification: algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm, and angiosperm. But angiospermic plants, these are the most higher and developed plant group that possesses flower only. This plant group possesses flower only. These other groups, that is from algae to gymnosperms, they do not possess any flower. Okay, so our topic is based on the angiospermic plant. That means the flower bearing plant. So the flower bearing plant, why we are calling it as a flowering? Because in plant body, flower is the sexual part. Flower can produce two types of gametes. Because in the flower there are two parts, gametophyte, female gametophytic structures are there, and also the male gametophytic structure. So here we not use the term gametophyte, but we can say that female sexual part, that is the gynecium, and the male part, that is androecium, both are there in flower. So that's why flower is a sexual part. That means they can produce two types of gametes. Okay. Now, so the sexual reproduction in flowering plant means flowering plant that produce their respective gametes, that is male plant producing male gametes and female plant producing female gametes, and these two gametes get fused with each other, they form zygote. Okay, so the main aim of this chapter is to establish that how these gametes are formed and how the fertilization takes place in flowering plant. Okay, so first we will learn that the structure of the respective structures. That means the male reproductive structure and female reproductive structure. Then we will come that how the gametes will form, that means the gametogenesis, and then fertilization. Okay, in this way we will complete this chapter. So first, today we will start the structure of the androecium, that is the male part of the flower. So flower has its two parts. As the chapter is based on sexual reproduction, so I will focus only the sexual part, because flower has also two parts. It's vegetative and sexual part. Calyx and corolla, these two parts are vegetative, and androecium and gynecium, these are reproductive part. So flower has two sexual part, androecium and gynecium. This is the female part and this is male. Now androecium, the unit of androecium is stamen. The unit of androecium is stamen. So how it looks? This part that contains the pollen grain, the male gametes, this part is called anther, and this part, this long filamentous part, stalk. This is called filament. This is called filament. Okay. So this is a single stamen. It's the unit of androecium. It contains anther, the upper part, the head part, and the tail part, that is called the filament. Now, if we section the anther, okay, if we section the anther, what the structure is inside the anther. Look, suppose this is anther, okay, and this is a if we say cross section this part, then we can find two lobes. Okay, we will find two lobes. Some anther possesses one single lobe inside it. Suppose Malvaceae, another Malvaceae family, hibiscus. Hibiscus, it possesses single lobe. But some anthers are there, they have two lobes. Okay, two lobes. So now these two lobes, if the anther possesses two lobes, then we call it as a bilobed anther. Bilobed anther. Okay. Now each lobe contains some. I already give you the example that hibiscus. Hibiscus is a type of has its pollen grain. Anther has one lobe with one theca. So what is theca? Theca is that within the lobe there is a small chambers. Within the lobe, these are two lobes, and these two lobes are connected with a tissue that is called connective. So two lobes are connected with a parenchymatous tissue called connective, and each lobe contains these chambers. These chambers called theca. So the hibiscus possesses what? In each lobe they have one theca. Because here there is in each lobe there are two theca. So there are tetrasporangiate. Because they have four total. They have four theca. Okay, four chambers or four theca. That is tetrasporangiate. This diagram is representing tetrasporangiate. Okay. Now there is a structure. There is a notch actually. This is called the stromium. This is called stromium. What is the function of this structure, stromium? It helps in dehiscence. Whenever the pollen grains get matured inside the chamber, inside the theca, the pollen grains are ready to come out from the pollen sac. That is from the theca, that from the chamber. And then what happened? The hygroscopic, they become hydrophobic. That means the water get released from that part and the part get dehisced. So by the dehiscence point, this is the dehiscence point. This is the point of dehiscence. Okay. At that point, the anther get ruptured and the pollen grains get come out from the anther lobe. Okay, now the question is that what is the structure inside the pollen chamber or theca? Because pollen grains that are produced inside this chamber. Let's see. I am highlighting this part only here. Okay. So considering this chamber only, all these tissues. Look one thing, all the soft tissues inside the plant body, they are made up of parenchymatous cell. So here is also the same thing. the whole structure is made up of parenchyma cells, and some cells get modified, they get separated from the other cell and they perform as a single cell, and they are performing some special structures. They representing as a special structure. So the same thing is happening here. Look, this chamber is called theca, we already know that, but the outer chamber, this outer layer, this outer layer, it is a single cell structure. Single cell structure, and this single cell structure is called epidermis. This single cell outer structure is called epidermis. Epidermis. At the inner side of the epidermis, there is also a single cell structure that is called the endothecium. There is also a single cell structure inside the epidermis, at the innermost side of the epidermis, that is just beneath the epidermis. Okay, so this structure is called endothecium. Okay, don't confuse with the term amphithecium. Okay, amphithecium is the outer layer of the sporophyte. That's the features of biophyte. Okay, amphithecium is the features of biophyte, but here the term is endothecium. That is the layer beneath the epidermis, and this layer present outside the middle layer. So the next layer of the endothecium is middle layer, and this middle layer is actually made up of 2 to 3 cell layer theory. This middle layer is 2 to 3 cell layer thickness. Okay. So this is middle layer. Now these 3 layer, actually the main function of this 3 layer is give protection. Give protection to the pollen granules that are produced inside the middle layer. Okay, so the next layer after the middle layer, that layer is called the tapetum. Tapetum is the outermost layer of the pollen mother cells, because inside the tapetum there are so many parenchyma cells. They behave as a single cells. There are cells. There are many parenchyma cells. Okay, they have no intercellular space, but here in my diagram it's showing that there is intercellular space, but this space are actually filled up by the deposition of callus formation. By the callus formation, this intercellular space get filled and there will be no intercellular space. Okay, and these cells behave like pollen mother cells. These cells behave like pollen mother cell. Pollen mother cell. Okay. So what is the structure? I repeat. Epidermis, 1 theca. I am explaining the structure of 1 theca. This structure is same as for the other theca. Okay. So outermost layer there is the epidermis, then there is endothecium, then middle layer. And inside the middle layer there is a layer that is called the tapetum. The main function of the tapetum is to provide nutrient, nourish the cells inside the tapetum. Okay, and these 3 layers, that is epidermis, endodermis and middle layer, these 3 gives the protection to the inner side. As we are in the room and the walls around the room, they are giving us the protection. That the same thing is happening here. These are forming the wall. They give the protection inside cells. So these are called the pollen mother cells. Now the pollen mother cells, each and every pollen mother cells contain nucleus within it. Okay, and they behave as a mother cell. When these mother cells get mature, this pollen mother cell actually, this pollen mother cell, it is a diploid cell. Okay, it's a diploid cell, that is contains 2n number of chromosomes. Now, whenever it divides by the meiosis cell division. We all know that reproductive cell, in the reproductive cell, meiosis cell division occur in the reproductive cell. Okay, in the reproductive cell means during gamete formation. So here, the pollen mother cell, whenever it is going to divide to form the gamete, it divides to form 4 haploid number of pollen grain. So each and every cell gives 4 pollen grains, 4 male gametophyte, 4 male gamete. Okay. So these are 4 pollen mother cell and gives 4 pollen grains. Now, whenever the pollen grains will form, the structure is showing that it's become mature, and the dehiscence, at the point of dehiscence, that the dehiscence occur and the pollen, the anther lobe actually get burst open and pollen grains come out from the anther lobe. Now, come to the structure of pollen grain. How the pollen grains looks. So this is the pollen grain, a single pollen grain. Pollen grain has 2 layers. Okay, 2 layers. The outer layer is called exine, and the inner layer is called intine. Inner layer is called intine. Okay. Exine is further divided into sexine and exine. Okay. Now, this exine is not the continuous, it's a discontinuous layer. What does it mean? Suppose this is the inner layer and this is outer layer. So outer layer is discontinuous. It is getting disrupted here. Look at that point. Is not a continuous, as like the inner membrane, the intine is the continuous. There is no interruption, there is no breaks. But here for the exine there is a pore. These pores are called germ pore. Germ pore. When the pollen grains come on the stigma, so by different agents or by self-pollination, whatever it may be, the mode of pollination. When these pollen grains come on the stigma, the intine emerges the pollen tube, and that pollen tube comes through the germ pore. Okay, so exine is discontinuous. So exine, it is a discontinuous, and intine is a continuous. Layer. Now come inside the pollen grain. So pollen grain, inside there is a 2 cell. There is a 2 nucleus, pollen nucleus divided from 2 nuclei. So the big cell, within the big cell there is a small cell. This small cell actually floating inside the floating in the cytoplasm of these cells. This is called the vegetative cell. And this is the generative cell. This generative cell, that vegetative cell get disrupted. Okay, it will damage vegetative cell, but the generative cell further divide to form 2 male gametes. 2 male gametes. This generative cell, whenever the stigma come on the whenever the pollen grain come on the stigma, then the pollen tube will emerges, and when pollen tube emerges from to what? It will emerges. This is the pollen tube. It will emerges. This is stigma. This is style, and this is ovary. Through the style, when the pollen tube emerges through the style, when it comes down to the female gamete, Then the generative nucleus divides to form two male gametes. Okay. So today we learned that the structure of the male gametophyte, that is the structure of anther inside the anther lobe. Then we study the structure of the pollen grain and how pollen grain formed within the theca, within the pollen, within the lobe, anther lobe. Okay, and the how when male gametes are formed. So whenever the pollen tube emerges through the style, then only can then pollen male gametes can form. Okay. So today I am stop this at this point because this chapter is too big. I will make a next video for this continuation of this chapter. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubt, please let me know in my comment section. Okay. Thank you for watching. We will meet soon with the rest of the chapter.